The Oscars have gotten real. Talk about Oscar history. Will Smith and Chris Rock have made Oscar history. Oh my God. Let's just have a conversation about this. Mm-mm-mm. I am not even going to stay on long, I think. But I mean, we just have to talk about this because this is like the talk of the lands right now. This is the talk of the land. Okay, so I was just trying to get myself ready to go to bed, and I am getting messages and people showing me the videos of this madness. Hunty, let's just have a moment. Honey, I had got it a few times. I had looked at Dean Richards from WGN talk about what's going on. Whoa, shit, baby, baby. But not only did he slap him, but then he said, "Keep my wife's name out your out your fucking mouth." Hey, Anisha. Hey. Oh my goodness. Aqua Gen, honey, you're gonna have to go see it. Okay. So let me give you the lowdown. Let me give you the lowdown. Okay. Let me give you oh, okay. So here let's just tell you what happened. So Chris Rock was on stage at the Oscars. Christine, did you get your package? At the Oscars, and he made a joke about Jada, saying she was gonna be in G.I. Jane 2, right? Now, in reference to her hair that she has shaved off, which Jada has shaved it off and openly said because of her alopecia. So she's shaved off her hair because her alopecia. Hi, Janice. So welcome. So he makes the joke. Will walks up on stage and slaps him, walks back to his seat and says, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." Now, most people thought that the slap was a joke or something, like this was a setup, but it was no setup. Oh, he was more than wrong. Because, come on now. That was just so rude and everything. Yeah, because it had Drea. You go listen, look it up. You could let me. I'm trying to get the other phone on so we can watch it. That was real as fuck, right? Right. No, this was real, Jen. This was real. No, they said no. This was real as hell. This was reality TV. Right. Right. Because when you see him walk up there, you think that it's a joke until you see him go back to his seat and say, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." Right. Oh, you can read it clear as day what he said. You got that real clear. It was like, "Keep my wife's name." The joke was he made a statement like he said that Jada was going to be in the next GI Jane 2. She was going to be starring in GI Jane 2. Um based referencing the fact that she's bald, right? Referencing the fact that she's bald now. Now, she's bald because she cut off her hair because of her alopecia, and she has made a public statement about the fact that she did. So no, that wasn't no joke. So he was referencing the fact that she's bald now and making a joke about it when she has alopecia, which is very insensitive and ignorant as fuck on Chris Rock's part. And Will, can we? But Will was like, "No, let me handle this shit." Right. The Negro from Philly that came out, he's like, I might be Will Smith, but I'm still from Philly. Smacked his ass. They said Diddy came on there afterwards talking about, we'll deal with this. right? Huh. Let's see. I know somebody to put it up on YouTube already. Let's see who got it up on YouTube. Let's see who got it up on YouTube because everybody filmed that. Everybody's like, what? What? Jokes are made at it, but I don't think it was planned, and it was a very insensitive thing to say, considering that she has openly said this is why she's, you know, shaved her head. It'd be one thing if you thought it was for a role or something, but everybody knows that this is why she shaved her head off, which makes it very insensitive. Right? Can you imagine being Chris Rock going, "Damn, I just got smacked on TV, on national TV." Let's see if anybody didn't put it up because it's all over. Right. He was right. Where you say he was inspired by Richard. Okay, so let's look. Let's look. Because honey, they got it all on here, right? Let's look. Let's check it out. Come on. Why am I still coming on? Oh shoot, shoot. Let me turn this off of do not disturb. Let me get my do not disturb off. Why is it? Hold on, y'all. Let me get this together. Let me get this together because we have to hear this. What's going on? Okay, because this thing goes silent. Okay, so here we go. Let's watch this. Let's watch this. Okay. Okay. Look at how Jada looking. What happened? Why did they do it? Come on now. We gotta see the rest of it. Come on. Oh, oh yeah, they muted it there. It was very clear that that was clear as day. And his antics, that's, you know what? I forgot about that. He did do good hair years ago. Oh, he did do good hair. Um, okay, so let's dissect this as a black woman, right? Let's right. See, I forgot totally about that, Anna. Thank you for putting it there. But let's just talk about that. Okay, first off, that was very insensitive just in general. I mean, yes, you're a comic, but you know that was real insensitive in general. So that's the first thing. Now, Will's reaction. Let's just talk about that. So can I say that I kind of like it? It was kind of sexy. Right. He was trying to laugh it off until he saw how it affected her. You know what I'm saying? Because you could tell he was trying to laugh it off, like ha ha ha, and then he probably looked at his he probably looked at her and was like, "Oh, okay, so this ain't funny." So, but I gotta say, it was kind of sexy. You know what I'm saying? I've been listen, listen. Hold up. Let's just roll it back. I bet you he going in his head now. Look. August ain't got shit on that move. August ain't got shit on that move. Um, you know what I'm saying? Cause he came up and then said, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Make it clear this is why I smacked the fuck out of you." Ooh. Right? I'm like, so why did he lose respect? Because he got upset because somebody was making fun of his wife who has a medical condition. I'm sorry, it's kind of sexy to me. Now, I'm not saying that he should have hit him, and let me say this, I don't think it was the right place to do it, but I think in the moment, I don't think he even thought it through. Clearly he didn't, because I know in real life he's probably going to make a big apology for this by tomorrow. We know Will is going to come and apologize for this by tomorrow, but in that moment he did not. He just reacted, and I'm really not that mad at the reaction. I just gotta be honest with you. I'm really not that mad. Now, was it the appropriate place for it? Absolutely not. But if you like a pimp named, but if you think about it, it was was it, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna be honest about it. It was kind of sexy. Now, was it the right place for it? No. Could have been done a different way, right? But it was a moment, and he was feeling very protective of his wife, and we don't know what she's been feeling about this situation. You know what I'm saying? Only Will understands how Jada has been feeling about this situation with her hair, and how it has affected her. So Chris wouldn't know that, but of course Will does. And so perhaps there was something else that we don't understand. um I honestly thought the hit was staged. The hit seemed a little staged. Honestly, that didn't look real to me. But him saying "keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth" was not staged. Now, right? Yeah, yeah. They go. He's going to apologize for that, because let's just be honest. We live in a space and time where people are going to judge him for that, right? We live in a space and time where he is going to be judged for that. 20 years before, people would never have judged him for that. They would have taken it as it was a moment. He was emotional. It bothered him, right? We would have given him some grace for that. But we are now in a space of cancel culture, which means that, oh my God, that was so tasteless. That was so this. If and that's real. 20 years ago, it would have been like, whoa, Will did it and everything. But nowadays, we live in a time of cancel culture and all this sensitivity, and I'm just being honest that we look at it. You know what? But let me say this: you can be as strong as you want, but some shit gonna fuck with you, right? But here's the thing: as strong as you are, something's gonna hurt your feelings, and everybody has a right to that. To say that she can't have been her, it couldn't have affected her or upset her because of this persona we think of Jada is ridiculous. She's a woman. She's a person, and every person has feelings. And so she has a right to be like, damn, that shit was kind of fucked up. And her husband, seeing that it's fucking with his wife, has every right to react. Now, was that the right reaction in that moment, in that space? Probably not. But but the whole cancel culture is based on we are so quick to make judgments about people and what they should or shouldn't do in every situation, because we are so much better, and so much, we the collective are so much better, right. So we automatically have this idea, this person is like that, and they should. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody does. This was a mistake in that moment, but to how he reacted to it. But the reality is like, that is what it is. He reacted without thinking, and I'm sorry. Yeah. you know, I'm sorry, but we are quick to say that that's wrong, right? It doesn't matter if it's lame or not to you or me. Um, you know, whether and how do we know that wasn't a nervous laugh? We don't know. We are all assuming we know all the things that went through their heads at that moment, right? He could have been laughing nervously or whatever. However it happened, it happened. And maybe it did click, because maybe he did laugh at it, like ha ha ha, and then looked at his wife and saw how it was affecting her. And so, I mean, come on now, y'all got to step out of, oh my God, whether they laughed at it or not. Let's just be honest, because we can say all these things sitting on this side of it, but think about how you would react and how you would want the person that you would to react. Yeah, right. And I mean, we can laugh and joke about it and go, oh, wow, I didn't accept this speech. Let's listen to it. Shall we listen to it? Kia said we need to listen to the acceptance speech. So let's listen to the acceptance speech. Let's listen to that. Because we know somebody got that up. So let's listen to that too. Acceptance speech. So let's see. Let me see that they got it. All right, let's see. We got it right here. Ooh, it's low. Oh, we can't get that. No, that ain't a good one. Let me see. Can I get us a good one? Because that one was too low. Oh,
Williams uh, was a fierce defender of his family. In this time in my life, in this moment, I am overwhelmed by what God is calling on me to do and be in this world. Making this film, I got to protect Ingenue Ellis, who was one of the strongest, most delicate people I've ever met. I got to protect Sanaya and Demi and Serena. I'm being called on in my life to and to protect people and to be a river to my people. I know, do what we do, you got to be able to take abuse. You got to be able to have people talk crazy about you. In this business, you got to be able to have people disrespecting you. And you got to smile and you got to pretend like that's okay. But Richard Williams, and what I love, thank you, Dave. Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, he said, at your highest moment, be careful, that's when the devil comes for you.
Y'all. Now, I'm going to assume something was already written up and this was part of his speech. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, he going through something, y'all. Come on now. He going through something. There's more to this than just this whole thing. Yeah, he won the Oscar. Yeah, he won the Oscar for King Richard. There's something else in this. Let's just say, okay, so let's just break this one down. Let's just think about this. Him and Jada been going, hold on. So this what we gonna say. You know, they've been talked about quite a bit in this last, you know, since the August Alsina thing. Let's just be. So it just seems like, hi, Lori. It just seems like, you know, that all of it. I think, let's just be honest. I think Chris got some of that August anger. Let's just be honest. He probably got some of that August anger because everything that's been with them, everybody been talking about Jada. Everybody been talking about Will. And let's be honest, you know, for years, Will has been very private. No, they didn't cheat on one another. They've never cheated on one another because they knew. I didn't. Anna, you knew to me, right? Right? I'm just saying, perhaps, you know, this seems like a buildup of what he been holding back from this whole situation and people talking about them. Think about it. I am just saying, because that speech and talking about defending and stuff, it feels like he's been feeling like he ain't been defending his family right. Like all this Jada, and he ain't really defended her. Right? Yeah, because there's more to this than just Chris saying that. Oh, we just watched Will's acceptance speech, and we talking about, you know, him smacking Chris, right? So, oh, okay. Hey, Anastasia, yes, you have been. See, people need to. Can y'all announce when y'all change y'all name so I know who the hell you are, right? So, I mean, think about it. They've been having a lot of things being said about them. Besides, okay, so what we trying to say? So if it had been like, so is it like, so we saying that if it had been somebody the size of like who, LLJ, done that? It was The Rock standing up there and said that, you know, Dwayne, he wouldn't have said that, he would have done that. Is that what we saying? We saying Chris got it because, hi, Tavia, hi. Right, you're aging gorgeous, right? You know, yeah, you've been around when you say aging gorgeously. So is that what we're saying? That the side that Chris has, because you know, right? You know, well, here's the thing: is that Maybe they always say there's the straw. Hey, Jerry. that that's the straw, right? Will speech, honey. We just listened to it, Courtney. Maybe that was the straw that broke the camel's back. No, that's true, Severa Jones. Severa, yes. Maybe that was the straw that just camel's back, y'all. Maybe that, and it just so happens that it was a little bitty piece of straw. Right, see, right. The panorama had, but I'm just saying, hey, it's 59 people in here. Y'all better like this video. Y'all better like this. Y'all, the stars are. That's well, take it. That didn't have nothing to do with his Oscar. Real talk. I mean, it was a low joke. That's what I'm saying. It might have just been that, like I said, he just snapped on it. He just snapped. He just snapped, and that was that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that at some point people should be given some grace, y'all. Right? Hey, D'Angelo. I'm just saying we are so quick to say, "Oh my God, how dare they?" The shit happens. This is real life, right? And he looked at his wife, and he must have seen the look on Jada's face, and she was, and it hurt him saying that, right? And Will snapped, and he tried, and it just happened. Sometimes we got to get out of this space, so we got to like everything, like it's got to be some kind of canceling about it or something. How about trying to find out, looking at something and giving people a little moment? Oh well, listen, his honey, that slap will supersede everything, right? Right. I mean, hear me out on this. We're talking about a man and his wife, and not just a man and his wife, but a man and his wife who've been through some shit, who've been through some shit, who have been together for decades. Y'all, I'm sorry. No, no, but this all happened so quickly. It wasn't like they had a chance to say anything. Now, did it warrant that kind of response? No. But that's just what his response was. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I'm saying that sometimes in the heat of a moment, we just don't think. I tell my students this, you know. I'm just saying that some we are quick to say that. We are very quick. We are quick to say these things. But if that was in our life, how would we just upset as women? Okay, how about this? As women, if something like that happened in your man, would you be, God, that was a terrible response? Just be real with yourself. Be real about that situation. No, it might not have been the proper response. Yes, we should think things through and have conversations, wonderful things that they say we should do. But in that moment, I bet most women would have been like, whoa. And been like, whoa. Maybe he should get a ban to go into it. Now that is true. Hey, Terry, that is true. Yes, they always roast people. But once again, see, Christy, the joke was wrong because it was not about something that was about something that was a very sensitive issue. She has alopecia. She didn't just buzz cut her hair for just because. She has publicly said she is losing her hair. She has got alopecia. That is a sensitive space for her. Hi, Diamond Girl. You know, that's a sensitive space for her. And we don't know how she's actually dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to cut your hair off, but the thing to know that you are losing your hair as a woman. Let's just be real. So we don't know how it's psychologically bothering her. Everybody knows she publicly claimed came out about it over a year ago, right? Everybody had it's like a known thing that when she did it. That's what I say, collective. Right. Right, exactly. She's been talking about it, she's cried about it. So she's sensitive about that. That's a sensitive space, and so yeah, he could, yes, he's a comedian. They say things like that. Now let me say this: would everybody be so everybody's upset, but would people be upset if Jade had started crying at Chris's thing, or would she have said, or would we have said, oh, she needs to be better about this, it was just a joke? See, there's a fine line on both sides, and we have to be willing to say that both were wrong, right? We have to say that both were wrong, and Chris was wrong for that, because first off, y'all, okay, let me just get y'all vanilla people together. He didn't have to smack August. He didn't have to smack August. He knew his wife had a little piece. That was her little boy toy. And when Will decided it was over with the boy toy, he told her it was over. The person who had the issue was August, not Will and Jada. That was their lifestyle. August was the one who got caught up, not them, right? So my vanilla people, it was right, because that was part of their lifestyle. The only person who was out of line was August, because he got like now he like a little. Well, let me stop, because I got a mouth on me, and then I'll be insensitive and people crazy ass, right? Now, um, now why? See, I'm unaware of why Kanye can't come to the Grammys. Personally, I just think Kanye needs to get some therapy. Let's just say. So yeah, his response wasn't appropriate in that venue, right? It wasn't, because he's on national TV or what, but at that moment he did not give a fuck. And like I said, we don't know how we don't know how Jada was responding, how this has been affecting her or anything. And so when he saw how his wife right, when he saw his wife upset, he did something. Now, say this in reference to Kanye. I don't know why Kanye has been banned from the Grammys. I don't. However, I do think that Kanye needs to get some therapy, just like I think Will and Jada. Maybe they in therapy. We don't know, because that's a personal business. And I hope that Kanye gets some, because he is out of control right now, y'all. Let's just be honest. Whether it's Kim Kardashian or not, Kanye's out of control. And so, it's definitely gonna stay. Let me tell you something though. Let's just be real. And I'm just gonna be real about this. Let's just be honest. If I was Will, just being straight up, I wouldn't even care. Will has enough money to live his life without ever doing another film. He doesn't have to be in the public eye ever again in his life if he never wants to be. He can live the rest of his life doing what he wants to and not give a fuck about the public. And honestly, that's probably where I would go with it. And that's just being honest. Real talk. I mean, why would I even, to be quite honest, I know this is his profession and everything. He could retire right now, never do this shit, and not be bothered. I would be living my unbothered life. And everybody up in their feelings and all upset about what happened. And especially if he goes and gives an apology, and I would just go on and live my life and not worry about it. Because everybody, I mean, we live in a space and time where everything is a cancel, right? So so honestly, I just be like, and that's just, and I'm just being real with y'all. If I and everybody was coming to him and talking about canceling him and he can't go to the Oscars, I wouldn't even care. I just wouldn't care. Because I mean, what's the difference? What difference does it make in the grand scheme, right? Grand scheme of his life. I'd be on living my best life. Because guess what? I wish I could live the life that he could live. And so what? I mean, people with power, what does that mean? Anything, though. Honestly, they only have power if he allows them to have power, which means that he wants to do things like, be in the business. Hell, he could divest from everything he got. He got millions, right? He got everything. He's winning. He could go and live his merry little life and not give a damn. He's in his 50s now anyway. I'd be like, okay, I'm out. I mean, and that's just being honest about it. Now, will he? Probably not, because they do like to stay in the public eye and have this public adoration. At this point, I'd be like, fuck all y'all motherfuckers. And that would be that to me personally. But that's the way I think. And that's, because he really could do, I mean, it's not like he's in the beginning of his career, right? What Will did was react. And people do it all the time. Now, would it have been okay if he had just sat there and screamed, keep my name? Is it the slap that's bothering everybody? Or is it just the fact, was it the slap or is it the slap? I'm just asking, because would everybody be okay? Um, would everybody be okay if he was just like, keep my wife's name out your mouth? I don't know. I mean, the reason why it comes off as real is because once he came back, because it looked like in the beginning like it was a joke, like it was just not. It was part of a. It was a something that they had planned until he came back. Until he came back and said, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth," and then everybody. Then it became, oh shit, the shit got real. But clearly they knew something was going on because they muted it, right? Because they muted it at the time to make sure people didn't hear. That's what I said, KV. They've been clowning him and his wife's relationship, and it was just the straw that broke the camel's back. I think, you know, I just think that's what it was. Now, when it comes down to, you know, other people like Kanye, I can't say what's going on with that either. But I can, um, some of the things that he's doing is problematic. And just hear me out about this. If his name wasn't Kanye West, if he wasn't a huge entertainer, we love his music. If you heard of somebody talking like this on social media to their ex-wife, would we still have the same feelings about him? I think sometimes, I think sometimes we get caught up. I think sometimes we get caught up in who the person is that we like, and we like their music, and think, and he did act, but it was so, but like we said, Kanye's talking and talking and talking. Will just happen to snap. But I'm not saying that. Let me just say that. I'm saying that would we be on Kanye's side if he was just a man upset with his wife and he was doing all that shit on social media? If this was just a regular old person, would we be that upset? Would we be on his side? That's the question. Is it, because sometimes we get on people's sides because of their fame and how we feel about whatever their art is. When we, yeah, that's okay. Why are people tripping on him? No, you wouldn't. If we saw that, we would be saying, "Damn, his ass, he really coming at for her." You know what I'm saying? We would not be going, "Oh, that's so." Because let's be honest, we don't like the Kardashians. Let's just be honest. I am not a Kim Kardashian fan. I'm not a Kardashian fan. So don't. So before we go there, I'm not a Kardashian fan. What I'm saying is, as a person, if he was just regular Joe and he was doing all that shit on social media, um, right, he still be, oh, it's just Kanye, he's just talking. No, we would be going, there needs to be, hey Alicia, okay, he's not supposed to like him, but he is kind of, and he does say he doesn't want his, and that's true, but he has been kind of, going back and forth. Come on now, he's been saying things about how he has said he wants her back. Yes, he has. Yes, he has. He has every right to want his wife back, but relentlessness of some of the stuff that Kanye has been doing has been kind of problematic. And we that nothing says that he's going to do anything, but it is a little problematic. Now, him and the boyfriend, I don't care about that. Janine, hey. Now, should have Will gone up there and hit him? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. However, like we said, we are looking at it from the lens of this one moment. Okay. Yeah, right. There is a, yes, because they started editing the Oscars years ago because of this issue, right? Right. Yes, he has made public. Yes, he has made public threats to all these people. Thank you, Kelly. So we can't just say, "Oh, he's just saying, don't say that." Right. I once again, who knows? Listen, but the fact is, you're speaking of him getting this happening right in the moment. This just happened a few minutes ago. You don't know what they're going to do tomorrow. He might get banned tomorrow. Your assumption is they're going to let this pass. I doubt if they will. He might not be. Once again, I wouldn't even care if I was Will. I'd be like, I want my Oscar. I'm about to go retire. Right? Right? So when it comes down to it, we don't know what kind of things gonna happen. That I'm being honest, right? Let me just say this. Let me just say this. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is in that in this moment, there, you know what I'm saying? I don't if Will had been thinking clearly, of course he would not have walked up there and hit Chris. But we don't know what's going on in their private life, right? Right? Now that I will agree with because they let the show go on. So we don't know what's going in. That's the crazy. Wait a minute. Come on now. Come on now. Um, yes, he has made jokes about her before, but he did make a joke about something that is physically wrong with her right now. I wish some I find, you know what, I find sometimes, and this is just being real, how we can be about people in celebrities. Let's just say celebrities. And we have these beliefs that they should be better than us. Why? And I'm not cop clean deform. You are on one side. Um, I am saying that in that moment, just like we're saying Kanye is having his moment, Will had his moment, right? And he did react. Now, should he have reacted in that way? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Should something happen? Probably will. But but in that moment, I want everybody to stop acting like they have never done. See, everybody in here that's saying these things are acting like they have never done something in a moment that they regretted later on. Like, damn, I shouldn't have done that shit, right? Whether he was on TV or not, he reacted to something that made him snap. Just like we all, every last one of us, have done something like that in our lives and said, hey, you know what I'm saying? It happens. I'm not saying he's right. What I'm saying is this belief that he should have been above it is ridiculous, because I know every last one of us, I know I have done some shit in my past and looked back and said, damn, I should have never, and looked at it and said, oh my God, that was fucked up, right? And that maybe, well, I didn't hit somebody. I ain't been in the county jail. Just depends on the moment, right? Right? But all of that, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that whether or not that was a correct thing to do, to say that, oh my God, how could Will have done this? Is saying that we've never done something. I'm not saying you've hit somebody. I'm saying that we have regretted the moment after we did it, right? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. That's my whole point. Right. We don't know what has been going on where in their circle, maybe people be giving him the eye and chuckling and shit. We don't know what they've been going through. And that was just that moment. We all have those moments when we snap when we shouldn't have, right? I know I've done it. And sometimes we snap, we overreact. We overreact in a space that it didn't even, right? I mean, because I know I done cussed out somebody and been like, damn, you wasn't even the one I was mad at, right? So it happens. And that's what I'm saying is that, so for everyone to say that this should have happened or he should have done this is not being realistic in reference to real life, because that is just real life. Shit just, right, exactly. That was a reactionary moment. And so, not saying that he should be forgiven for it, right? You know, not that he should be necessarily forgiven for it, but understood that it can happen. Like, damn, right? Hey, Ouija, right? I listen, right? And that's just the reality of it. Sometimes you say, and it at that moment, that in another moment he could have been fine with or could have worked through it, right? Well, I mean, have, right. We're not saying it's not illegal. Once again, I'm not saying that he's right. And I wish you all could hear that. For the people who are on that side of the, you are so set in that. And that's the issues that we have now, is that we are not, as people, open to say, hey, there is a gray area, right? There's a gray area in reference to this. Here's the thing. Expecting Chris to react in a way that y'all would. Chris might just let this shit go because Chris understands shit happen. We don't know how Chris is gonna react to this until Chris Rock reacts to it. So we're assuming all these things are going to happen, and some of them could happen. But I'm saying that this whole notion that, oh my God, they did this, this is what it is. Everybody has been in a situation where we have done some shit we shouldn't have, and in a straight reaction, didn't even think about it. It happened, and then after the fact, we said, oh fuck, and had to apologize and things like that. Now, and that's true. Right. Exactly. And I'm not, and whatever the repercussions are, that's what we're gonna have to deal with. That's what we're gonna have to deal with. But I'm also saying banning him from the Oscars and stuff. I wouldn't care anyway. If I was Will, it'd be like, right? Yes, it does say that. And how often do people do that though? So we can make, and that's once again my name. I'm not saying any of those things, those issues are not correct. But I'm saying from I mean, real talk. I mean, Will got an Oscar, right? I mean, if he gets, that's the repercussion. If Will gets banned, that's the repercussion for what happened, and he'll have to take it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he shouldn't be banned. Yes or no? I'm not. I don't care, because I don't watch the Oscars anyway. Just being real, right? But I'm all I'm gonna say as a person, I understand how it happened. Was it right? Because let me be real with y'all. I can be honest with y'all. In situations, I'm a fighter, and sometimes I have not thought through that moment, and that's just the reality of it. I haven't thought through that moment when I was younger. Now, would I've done at this age? No, probably not. Right? Right. Because right. And the good thing was is that Chris was able to be, because he looked like he was, so I can understand how sometimes you can not think and just react, because I am that person. Right. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I totally agree. It should have never happened there or whatever. None of these things should happen in a perfect world. None of that should happen. No one should come up to anybody and hit them, right? That's just the reality. But we don't live in a perfect world. And it happens. And a lot of times it happens in spaces and times when it really shouldn't. Where you really like, oh fuck, did that. So yeah, it was a fucked up thing to do at that moment, right? Yeah, yep. A slap can be considered an assault. Yep, right. But both of them say that, right. If anyone would laugh at what he said, at what Chris said, or him hitting her, right? No, no. If you hit somebody, slap somebody, that's assault. Yep, it is. So it's just, yeah, yep. And if and depending on how it could be considered a hate crime if you spit on somebody, right? And spitting on somebody can be considered a hate crime too. depending on the situation. Sure can. But we can agree to disagree, but I'm just saying from the standpoint of, right, yeah, Megan, I'm from Chicago. If everybody, oh yeah, they gonna remember the smack. The smack is all the smack is the world. Everybody's talking about the smack. They talking about the smack of what he said. Honestly, I have to. What I wind up happening is that we're gonna have a moment where they gonna apologize to each other and they gonna hug it out. That's what's gonna happen. Right. Oh, you spit on me. We fighting. I think that he probably will. I think that your expectation, that it should have happened within a few seconds, Miss Severa. You got to give everybody a chance to react to something like that. Just like we all like this. I'm sure the Academy and all of those people like, what the fuck do we do? It's a, yes, he did. He did apologize to the cat, and right, and exactly. That's all. Thank God I ain't never been arrested for some shit I did, because I could have been arrested for assault a few times. Right. Say the BET ain't got none on the Oscars now. Right. Maybe he did it behind closed door. Maybe he went backstage and said something to him. Who knows? We don't know any of that yet. Yep. That's all I'm saying is that I think that we and let me say this. If they go arrest, let's just be real. If they arrest him for that slap, come on now. Come on now. Let's just no. That come on now. I'm just being honest. That will, yes, D'Angelo, yes. I saw part of what you said and I agree. Yes. Right? Yeah. I'm not laughing at y'all. I'm thinking about something. I know I need to get my black ass to sleep. Oh my God, it's 11:22. I gotta go to bed, y'all. I gotta go to bed. I gotta be up at 5 a.m. What the hell? Let me put my hair up in this ponytail. And it was good talking to y'all. What the hell? I was only gonna be on here for a few minutes. Right. If he had smacked Dave Chappelle, Chappelle would have made it. It would have, that would have been, he Chappelle, would have came up there and said some shit. It- but I think it just went. It just was unexpected. I mean, hell, nobody expected that shit to go down like that. So his reaction was like, "Did this shit just happen to me?" Right? Yeah. But let me say this. right there about his mental health. Watch what George Arthur just said about his mental health. Now, if he states that he was under emotional, he was this, trust me. I, I mean, come on now. Right, Chappelle, they would never have his ass up there, right? The answer. But I'm saying that, let's just be honest. If, I mean, if he's smart, that's he's gonna go with this anyway. I mean, that's the way to go anyway with it. Is that, I was highly emotional. Now, y'all get mad, and you know what, he did cross it. But guess what will happen? Let's just be real. Okay, let's put this in perspective. Yes, he crossed it. Yes, they can arrest him for that. Do you really think he's gonna do anything? But they're gonna drop them charges because he's going to have a really good attorney, because Will got the money for a really good attorney, and they're going to show that he had some mental stress. He's Will Smith, and that's all it's going to be, is just a waste of time and the taxpayers' money. Now, just be real. Now, that's the real conversation about it. So let's just have that real conversation. That's what right. He gonna come in with a lawyer. So yeah, they could arrest him on that. Of course they can. Because Will got the money. Will got attorneys right now. Gonna handle that. Wait a minute. Right now, let's put it real. Right now, Will's people are working on this situation. Right now, as we speak, they working it out now. How they're gonna approach this? They working it all out. You think they ain't? But that means that Chris Rock is gonna have sue him. I don't think Chris Rock is gonna sue him. The assumption is, see, we're speaking from our standpoint. If Will Smith smacked me or Jada smacked me, hell yeah, I'm gonna sue their ass, right? Of course, right, right. But was right, right. So you know what's gonna happen? Nothing. You think Chris Rock is gonna sue him about that? Y'all really think that? Chris don't get that money either. It ain't that serious. Trust me. This is going to right. We're thinking it from our lens. He ain't gonna come on now. If Chris Rock, you think Chris Rock's career is gonna take on some damages as a result of this? Do you really believe that? Do you really believe that? Um, do you really believe that? The one, if anybody has some damage, it's gonna be Will. It ain't gonna be Chris. Why did it just? I'm just saying. If the reality is that if any right, right, ain't nothing gonna happen to his career. Right, ain't nobody Chris's career. Right, but I'm just saying I can't see him doing that. I can't see Chris suing him. Right. All right, y'all. Let me go to bed. It was good talking to y'all. For the new people, hey, they probably ain't gonna come back again, because we're gonna be talking about shit like my snarky normal shit. So thank y'all for hanging out today. I'm good. Money. Right. Right. Make me a little extra money in my monetization. Right. Appreciate y'all. Right. He said, okay. Right. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate y'all. See you later.